The night Dana Bonner stepped back into Gainbridge Fieldhouse wasn't just another game on the calendar. It was a collision course with basketball karma. And the universe didn't waste a second delivering the verdict. From the moment she took the court, the air was charged, the fans ready, and the memories of her mid-season departure still fresh. She had walked away from the Indiana Fever, thinking she was stepping into greener pastures. Instead, she returned to a storm she had helped create on this time. There was no shelter. The booze started before she even touched the ball. By the time she checked in, it was deafening. Every possession was met with venom from the stands. Every free throw attempt accompanied by chants of quitter. It wasn't just noise. It was the sound of a fan base that felt abandoned. A city that remembered the way she left. They weren't going to let her forget it. Caitlin Clark sidelined. With a groin injury, sat on the Fever bench, soaking it all in. She was supposed to be a non-factor in this game, but every blocked shot, every defensive stop against Bonner drew her to her feet, celebrating like it was a finals win. This was about more than points on a scoreboard. It was about pride, loyalty, and making a statement, and as the night unfolded, that statement grew louder. Bonner wasn't just struggling, she was unraveling. 4 points on one of her shooting, a single rebound, and the sting of watching her replacement. Ari McDonald light up the Mercury with a career-high 27. The very roster spot Bonner vacated had become the stage for a player who actually wanted to be there. If Bonner's night was a slow-motion collapse, her fiancée Alyssa Thomas only poured gasoline on the fire. Caught on camera taunting Fever fans, telling them Bonner had joined a real team, she seemed completely oblivious to the storm building on the court. Every smirk, every word was met with louder jeers, and every time the Fever extended, their lead, Thomas' taunts, rang more hollow. This wasn't just revenge. It was a dismantling. McDonald was relentless, gliding to the rim, dropping dimes, and sinking all 10 of her free throws without a miss. Chloe Bibby, signed on a short-term deal, chipped in 10 critical points and a timely steal. Sophie Cunningham's 4-point play sent the crowd into a frenzy, while Darius Danta's footwork left Thomas spinning like she was defending a ghost. The irony was sharp. Every one of these contributors was brought in with the cap space Bonner freed up by quitting. Still, as good as the supporting cast was, the final act belonged to Olia Boston. She had been steady all night, piling up points and boards, but when the fourth quarter hit, she went from reliable to unstoppable. 17 points in the final frame. A personal 10-0 run that snuffed out Phoenix's last breath of hope. Post moves, step-throughs, finishes through. Contact Boston turned the paint into her private kingdom. By the time she was done, she had her 4th straight double-double, a career-best streak, and the building was shaking like it was May basketball, not August. The Fever closed it out, 107-101. Without Caitlin Clark, without their top scorer, without mercy. And then came the post-game drama. Mercury star Kalia Copper took the mic and called the booing very distasteful, saying she couldn't understand disrespecting a legend like Bonner. Her defense rang hollow to anyone who remembered the mid-season exit. The Fevers. Camp. Pure class. Coach Stephanie White sidestepped the drama, talking only about basketball. Boston cut it even shorter, honestly. It got nothing to do with me, making it clear her focus was on wins, not words. In that contrast lay the bigger truth. One team was looking for excuses. Other was building something real. The numbers tell the rest of the story. 3 straight wins. 15 victories on the season, the most since 2015. A climb to 6th in the WNBA standings. And a clear message to the rest of the league. The Indiana Fever are not just Caitlin Clark's team. They are a unit, forged by adversity, strengthened by loyalty, and dangerous to anyone who doubts them. For Bonner, it was the perfect storm of humiliation, booed by the city she left, outplayed by the player who replaced her, and forced to watch the team she thought wasn't good enough rise without her. For the Fever, it was justice. For the fans, it was closure. Sometimes basketball writes better scripts than Hollywood. Sometimes karma doesn't wait for the credits to roll, like this victory. The lesson was undeniable. Quit on your team, and one day, you might have to walk back into their house and face exactly what you've earned. Comment Instant Karma Bonner if you agree, and don't forget to like, subscribe, turn on notifications, so you never miss the moments where the game delivers its sweetest payback.